Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Ravine Pro, which got a new shape for 2026. Now if you're thinking of picking this up or anything else mentioned in this review, we do have affiliate links down in the description below. This board features Rome's Free the Ride camber, which is just directional cam rocker. So you get rocker in the nose and then a set back traditional camber with the apex being more under the rear foot. This is gonna give you all that load, pop, and power, but it's gonna be a little bit more directed from the back, from that camber section. Now with that rocker in the nose coupled with that 3D shaping, you're gonna have ease of entry in and out of turns, as well as more optimal powder float. This board's available in 152, 155, 158, 161, 159 wide, 162 wide, and 165 wide. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a day that had powder. So much powder. In the previous 12 hours, over a foot of snow had fallen on top of the previous week's crust because we hadn't seen snow in a while. So you had powder groomers because they groomed, and then more snow fell, and then you had ton of powder off the groomers, basically just powder everywhere. And you had colder temps that got warmer as the day went on, so it kind of compacted. Overcast skies, a little bit of light wind, nothing crazy going on there. I used my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. This board is firmly planted in the all-mountain free ride category with its flex. It's not the stiffest thing out there, but with this being the Pro version, it is more beefy than the regular one back there. And what you get is more flex in the nose with a flex point right where that rocker meets the camber, and it progressively stiffens back up to the tail, with the tail being the stiffest due to those rods back there. The torsional flex kind of matches up to it. It's quick to rebound, but it takes a little bit more effort to get it to engage. Now, when it comes to stability, this thing is smooth and stable. Any flap that you get in the nose is killed off before it hits that front foot. Basically, like, this thing is super smooth from those flax impact plates and everything. The only time you might worry about getting bucked around is if you hit something that's stuck in the ground that's super frozen, like more frozen than Linkovich Chomolsky from Encino, California. And if you do, just keep your knees bent. And if he does wake up, you know, take care of him. With that setback camber, most of your load's coming from the back foot. And if you're riding with any of your weight centered, you've got it loaded up. So when you roll back on the tail, you're gonna engage those two rods there and they're gonna spring. This is a board that wants to be able to get up in the air, or if you're in fresh pow, like a foot or more, and you need to porpoise along, it's gonna be able to allow you to do that from the back foot. So it's gonna spring, you're gonna go down, come back up, you know, all that fun stuff. But sending side hits, launching rollers, you don't have to worry about it. This thing has boost. All right, we're about halfway through this video. I don't know where I'm getting put in. Why don't you go give it a thumbs up, and while you're down there, subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the programming we've got coming out for you. This is kind of where this board takes a hit with the new shape and everything. It takes a little bit more effort to press into that nose. You really have to kind of leverage your weight out past that flex point right where the camber meets the rocker and really sit on it. The nice thing is you do have that diamond 3D or directional diamond 3D, and that's gonna help just funnel snow out on there. But you're gonna put a lot more effort into this than the previous models. You're gonna just have to push a little bit harder to get it to engage and lock. When you do, it's gonna hold and you're gonna be able to spring out of it. Now with the tail, as it is the stiffest section of the board, you're really going to be working to get this to just lock in. Expect to do high-speed wheelies with all your weight sitting out there, and because of that setback camber, that load of it is going to be fighting you, so you have to put more work in. Don't skip leg day. You know who you are. This board is very fluid edge to edge. You're gonna notice that with that 3D shaping and that rocker in the nose, it rolls in very mellow, but then when the camber starts to take over, it locks in, and with minimal drive of your knee into the center of the board, you can really crank a turn with it. This board is so easy to steer, but has a ton of power from about where it says Pro back through the tail. You're just gonna get that power for railing hard turns with it. Short, tight, quick carves, medium, mellow carves, they're easy. You wanna lay this thing over, there's more than enough power out of that tail to really just apex that carve, drag your nipple on the ground, all Euro style if you want to, and then spring out and continue on your way. Basically, it's a POW board that can handle groomers just fine. Rider in mind, this is for the POW chasing freeride guy that loves to throw a 360 into it or just POW butter around when they can. Like what we're doing here? Want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. I like the new shape of this board. Now, I've seen people commenting, oh God, they ruined it. They made the tip longer, blah, blah, blah. Let me explain to you what that does. Now you've moved that 3D further out. That's gonna funnel snow out easier. You didn't lose the freestyle aspects of this board with that shape change. What you gained was something that's gonna be better in it, and it's gonna ride different, and that's nice. Yeah, I do think this is a little stiffer than the last time I rode it. Just kind of really differentiates itself from the regular Ravine, but by and large, the pop on this is good. The edge hold is good. This is just a great board. It's built well for what it is, and I like that new shape because, as I said, it helps funnel that POW out, and you're gonna notice that, especially when you're POW buttering with it, that it just flows it out easier. Yeah, it takes more effort to press into the nose now because it's not like chopped off, but it's not so much that it's gonna kill how this thing rides. Comparable boards. The Yes Pick Your Line on Ink, the Capita Kazu, the K2 Skypilot. Binding recommendations: the Rome Katana Pro, the Union Falcor, the Salomon Quantum. All right, this has been my review of the Rome Ravine Pro. If you're feeling that this is too beefy for you, go watch TC's review of the regular Ravine. If you're not feeling that, go watch any of our reviews. We got so much programming for you. So much programming.